Hello, how's it going? I just got in. We're gonna do. I tell you, I don't have time to do so many things, so I have to do things like fit things in. We're gonna do some art. Let me see. Becoming a master view of art today. Okay? Putting this down, and we're gonna jump right to it. Let me get this seat over here. Because I worked on it. I worked on it the other day. I mean, the last YouTube on becoming a master viewer of art. It went very well. It took a long time to get that one done, but it's very important. And while I'm processing, I don't know if you follow along with the dance without music. While I'm processing, I can't really do anything with the becoming a, with the dance without music yet. I do a little bit, but I felt that I should do something, continue this becoming a master viewer of art to show that I'm very serious about it and it's important just like all the other ones. So from what I did yesterday, I did a little bit. I mean, from what I did the last time, I did a little bit of showing you how I'm going to continue. So now I'm going to. I did work on it, and I'm just showing you what I came up with so far. Okay. Let me see. So we're like on the fourth page, I believe. I gotta put page numbers, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So right here. Okay. I can read to you how I'm doing it, and this is after 2 years. So it is important because I held it. I held that information. So everything that we do, and this is like before the basic, kind of before basics type of thing. Like I said in this YouTube, a lot of things are before the basics. Things that you do in preparation before you become something, before you even start to become something. And it works like backwards. That's a concept that I have for the whole YouTube, before the basics. So I'm gonna get right into it. I usually explain about what I'm doing, but after 3 years, I'm gonna kind of wean off of doing that because it's pretty much noticeable if you're interested in any kind of thing. I mean, I have like 100. For last I checked, I have 170 videos, and I'm pretty much sure that people understand that at a certain point I can't explain what happened in previous YouTubes. And if they're interested, they go back. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to show you what I have already. And like I said, I'm starting with what I felt while doing what I did. I entered on 7th Street. Last time I put something really short just to show you that I was really serious about this. But now I really got into it, and I'm going to continue until I finish the 15 pages. So here I go. I'm going to just read it off to you. Maybe I'll put it this way so you can kind of see me. Okay. Okay, is that better? Okay, and maybe if I move this up a little bit. Okay. Then you see the light there. The light. See? Okay, so here we go. Okay, I entered on 7th Street. When I got in, I think something, I think, okay. I'm not going to do any editing of this. I'm going to wait, okay, because I see some errors, but I'm just going to fix them. I'm just going to say what the correction is, but I'm not going to write it down. When I got in, I think someone checked my backpack. This is off of memory, and that's like 3 years ago now. Can you believe it? Let me see. I guess it's, yes, 3 years ago. Okay, I remember carrying a light backpack. This is how I would like for it to be done. This is how it has to be done if you're in the program. I had already studied what I wanted to see, so I just had to locate the studios that I wanted to view. I remember having a hard time at first getting oriented to the museum, even though I had been there many times. It's funny, every time I start back going to the museum, I feel much different than the last. That is probably because I always learn so much in between visits. So I was on the ground floor level walking toward the 4th Street exit. I did notice how some things reminded me of the Met in New York City, which I had visited numerous times while living there in New York. Then I remembered that I had to get to work and start viewing the art. So I asked someone how to get to the studios that I showed him on the map that I had. He helped me find my way, and I went up the stairs to the rotunda. So you can see right there that I'm doing it strictly from memory, okay? But if I had never made this mark, like I said, one thing I want to say, if you just started this or you just came in without viewing all the other ones, our vocabulary, we made a vocabulary for this. I mean, I couldn't help but make a special vocabulary, like everything else, for this, becoming a master viewer of art. So you make your mark. I don't like to do that, but I just have to respect those who has been following along. Maybe it's one person, but still in that. For now, but I know it will pick up. You can see how I did this from memory, okay? But if I had never had this program and I went to the museum, I would have never held that information like I did. You can tell that I held a lot of information. So in actuality, I didn't forget it, and it did build, really. So that's the way I would like for it to be done. So I'm going to continue from here. I don't know how much further I'm going to go as far as this. And it's double, let me see if it's double. Yes, it's double spaced. No, that's paragraph. I don't think it's double spaced. But let's just see. Double spaced will help out for the pages, but we're not really into it to cheat ourselves or to make it easier, okay? Although it's not really all that hard. And you see how much you could put down by speaking about everything that you felt, okay? And how you actually remember the things that you felt. You just don't remember facts. And that's something to think about. So you have your facts, which we did first, and now we're doing how we felt. I'm sorry for this. Okay, so now let's go to when I got to the rotunda. Okay, let's see, what did I do? Oh, I'm doing something that's messing up my work. Okay, there. This is an old laptop. I gotta get a new one. I guess it's the laptop that gives me so many problems. So let me see. So when I'm just doing it from my head now. When I got upstairs, when I got upstairs on Bacama, which I couldn't couldn't help but notice that it was a beautiful shit. Let me see. That it was a beautiful staircase and hallway. Oh, upstairs. I'm not going to do any correction. Okay. I'm not going to really do any corrections. Okay. The rotunda was beautiful too. The rotunda was also very beautiful. Also very beautiful. Okay, so when I got upstairs, which I couldn't help but notice that it was beautiful staircase and hallway. The rotunda was also very beautiful. I got to another thing that I'm not a stickler on because it's gonna later on it's gonna like perfect, but I don't want you to concentrate so much on like, oh, this has to be said this way or this has to be said that way. It has to be legible and it has to be understood. That's the two most important things: legible and understood. Okay, that's the most important thing. I got to this thing is so sensitive. I got to let me see, the first studio and oh wait, okay, there's one rule. Okay, now I got to the first studio. That's I'm not gonna say it has to be facts, but I mean, I have to. This is where you're going to see where the facts blend in with what you feel. Okay, so I got to the first studio, but where? You know what I mean? So now I think I can use this one. This one is a newer copy of the map, and I hope it's the same thing. Or else I have to go by, like, or else I have to go by, okay, I'm going to use the old one. I have to look and see if these are the same things. Because there's another thing that I mentioned when I first started this program, that things may change. I don't know the changes yet because I haven't been there in 3 years. But I have my old one, which is just luck. But if you don't, you just have to make some kind of adjustments. Okay, if you don't, you can go up to the first part of your facts and then read off the facts. Like I could do that, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to go up and say, flesh, especially with this one. This laptop I got is so sensitive. I mean, like, it bugs me sometimes. So, I know what I did, and I know I did one. It may have to. I know. Let me go to the first part. I'm gonna have to. I guess that's it. I mean, it's just. Can I do it? Because this thing. So I'm gonna go to the first part, and it says what I did to make my mark. I went to the Gallery of Art map. I went home and looked. Okay, that's. I'm gonna say choose sections under. This is. This is funny because I put down everything that I did. Everything that I did before I made the mark. Okay, so I went. After I got my backpack checked, I went straight to the floor. I went back. Okay, so Studio One. I viewed Studio One. So Studio One, I can see right there. I don't have to look at the map. I can see I viewed Studio One. I viewed Studio Two. I viewed Studio Three. I viewed Studio Four. Okay. So I'm gonna go back. I know that they're all the same. That's all I said. If you want to know how I did the first part, you have to go back. Okay, so I got to the first studio. Now I remember, I know the facts are I've viewed Studio 1, I've viewed Studio 2, I've viewed Studio 3, and I've viewed Studio 4. And that's the facts. So now I can go to my memory and my feelings, and I can go, I got to the first studio. Now I'm remembering it. And okay, I got to the first studio, and I don't really remember any of the paintings. However, okay, I did visit. However, I have visited. I have visited this studio in the last 3 years before my mark, just for fun and relaxation. And noticed that the first painting that I might have seen was Black Madonna. Was the Black Madonna. Okay, so I did go back, and I explained that, I think, in the last video. I did go back and just visit it, but it didn't pertain to the study. I just wanted to have fun, and I bought this thing. I just went for I think when I did get a day off, I just went to the museum and enjoyed my day. I wanted to buy something. I think it was around Christmas, and I wanted to get a Christmas gift, and I ended up getting this. See, this is the only thing I really liked. I love that. So I got this, but I wanted to see, well, there was some things that I corrected. I mean, my memory by going and just visiting, because I noticed that there was the Black Madonna in that first studio. And I also noticed, because I did mention, I think I mentioned it before, I went long time ago in the 90s. And I remember, what was that artist's name? Rembrandt. And I went with my friend to, oh, I have to say the honest truth. I mean, he was my boyfriend, a very good friend. And I visited with him the Rembrandt, and I saw the Rembrandt, okay? I just had to be honest. I noticed, and I thought it was by the first studio, but instead it was somewhere else. So that's one thing I said. So anyway, I saw the Black Madonna. Okay, first painting that I might have seen was the Black Madonna. Okay, so you see that this paper has to do with it has to do with everything. I even mentioned something. The paper involves everything that you're remembering right now, all the feelings. So that's why it's good to have this video. I mean, for me to continually go through this. We only talk about this like once a year, you know what I mean? I mean, so far as the program is concerned, I do it because it was the basic form of this program was to be done at least every year. I don't know exactly how it was going to work out because there's so many things that happen. But that's why I want to show you exactly how I'm doing it, because you have to do it in that exact manner. Like, for instance, the things that I've mentioned, maybe the reason why you have to listen to the YouTubes here is because you have to know that you can include those things up until now, you know. Just that way. It pertains to that, what I felt. And I mean, I mentioned something that you know, like for instance the Black Madonna. I could bring it up because I said that I don't really remember any of the paintings, but because I had went there before and I noticed that factually that was one of the paintings, I was able to put it in. I mean, you don't want to put anything irrelevant, but like I said, you could say strict rules, but there's always, like for instance, it's just supposed to be about my my first mark. However, there's always something that is connected, so that's why I put in the Black Madonna. So I think that we're going to stop right there. This gives you an idea of what this 15-page paper is going to be about. Thank you. We're going to keep on. I know we usually, I would say, do it once a year, but because this is a sensitive timing and it's been going on for 2 years, I haven't did the 15-page paper. And if you are the one person that follows this, but the thing about it is this program, you have to, the only thing about this program is I tell you, it has to be done in the National Gallery. National Gallery of Art in Washington, D.C. If it's not done there, then it's just not going to work. Okay, I didn't mention it so many times. Okay, so that's it for now. So I was thinking that what I wanted to say, that, and you know, this YouTube has helped me out a lot with just the way just the way the thinking goes and trying to express something. And I want to thank you all for that, because I do the YouTubes for that reason. But if there's that one person who, or one or two, I don't know, who actually follow along this program and can actually go to the National Gallery of Art, they have 2 years. This is the way the program is set. The rules I make the rules, but there's a higher power because of Mother Nature. This that also is lovingly put into this program. Thank you very much, and I'm gonna see you soon because we're gonna finish this 15-page paper together. Thank you.